Good morning. My name is Jessica Stokes, and I'm on staff with the North Carolina Council of Churches. Thank you for joining us for these words of strength and faith from the Council. To begin today, I want to start with reading from Exodus chapter 18, starting at verse 13. The next day, Moses sat as judge for the people, while the people stood around him from morning until evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that he was doing, he said, "What is this that you are doing for the people? Why do you sit alone, while all the people stand around you from morning until evening?" Moses said, "Because the people come to me to inquire of God. When they have a dispute, they come to me, and I decide between one person and another, and I make known to them the instructions of God." His father-in-law said, "What you are doing is not good. You will surely wear yourself out, both you and these people with you, for the task is too heavy for you. You cannot do it alone." The passage then continues on with Moses' father-in-law offering helpful instruction on how to better delegate the responsibility and share the work with other trusted individuals. And in the words of his father-in-law, the work would be easier for Moses, and his community will bear the burden with him. Moses then listened to his father-in-law and did all that he said. So Moses, he overfunctioned all day, day after day. Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, saw this to not be sustainable. In fact, it was worrisome. Jethro said, "What you are doing is not good. You will surely wear yourself out, both you and these people with you, for the task is too heavy for you. You cannot do it alone." It turns out that self-care was relevant even thousands of years ago. We can bridge with Moses in many ways in this passage. Every day we too have thousands of decisions and thoughts vying for our attention, many of which we may not even be conscious of. And all of us occupy various roles throughout our day, each one requiring attention and energy. Then you take all that's asked of us, mix it with a pandemic, and we find ourselves in very trying times. We are holding a lot right now. It is no wonder that so many of us are exhausted. At this point in Moses' life, he is a wise sage. He has been there, done that, but he still listens to his father-in-law when concerns are raised. In our own exhaustion, let us be brave enough to question what is taking our energy and listen to our bodies and what God might be telling us through trusted sources. We might get so used to being exhausted that it can be hard to pinpoint what the cause is, and many things left unchecked can really deplete us. Sometimes in our work and our egos, we might fool ourselves into thinking there's only one way to do things and it has to be me doing it. Like Moses, who is doing everything, this self-importance can drain our energy. It can keep us from collaborating and creating with others, not just in work, but in our homes and in our lives. Or if our energy is spent on worrying, we might confuse our overfunctioning with loved ones as love and support, but this can lead to control and resentment, which zaps everybody's energy. And in our society, with how we've been conditioned by capitalism to be workhorses, to constantly grind, we rest only after we do A, B, C, and D, but rest still rarely happens. Maybe our energy is often depleted by social media. We feel pressured to stay connected because of all this distance, but even though we have no attention to give. So countless ways, even in social distancing, we are still very much at the beck and call of decisions, people, and energy outside and inside of our home. Take a moment to consider what is helping or hurting. Moses had his father-in-law who came in and threw the referee flag. You may not have that person to do that right now, but trust the sacred within you and examine what is not working. Moses listened, and he was willing to hear and learn about how things might work in a more healthy way. So after we are brave enough to look at what is taking our energy, let us remain brave, examining what might be helping or hurting us, and trusting the sacred within us to make the necessary changes that will protect our mind, spirit, body, and stress levels. And I'm doing this work right alongside with you. Amen.